little bit about who I am. Let me tell you why I got into this race. In California, our Constitution is being breached as well. 10 years ago, our legislature authorized a retroactive increase in public employee pensions that are costing the state estimates up to $13 billion a year by the time this all goes through. Stanford says it's going to cost $500 billion. And it violated our state constitution, which has a prohibition on retroactive increases in pay for work already done. In the Central Valley, I talked about the Arroyo Road in the Central Valley, we have shut off the water flow because of another wholly intrastate, non-commercial species called the Delta smelt and an unconstitutional application of federal law. Imagine what a difference it would mean to this state if we had an attorney general who understood the Constitution and lived on federal power who would stand up for the law. Refuses to enforce our will when we've adopted Proposition 8, or his predecessor refuses to enforce our will when we've adopted Proposition 187. They are violating their oaths of office and treating the people of this state as if we are pawns to play their political game rather than their sovereign bosses. I've got a newsflash for both of them. There's another provision of our state constitution that says both of those initiatives remain enforceable and federal rule unconstitutional by the Court of Appeals or higher. That means I, as Attorney General, can enforce Proposition 187 without anybody else doing that. But that's what I intend to accomplish in this office. The second question before I got in was, is it possible for somebody like me to win in a state like California? And I was encouraged when I saw Virginia and New Jersey. In New Jersey, that was saying New Jersey elected a conservative, and there aren't any conservatives left in the state. And then Massachusetts was shot around, and Kentucky, and this tidal wave that started on the East Coast is gaining strength as it goes across the heartland of America. And when that tidal wave hits California, you know what it's going to do. It's going to topple our democracy. They think that because they've been overtaxing us and overregulating us and interfering with our liberties for 70 years, that we welcome it, that we even enjoy it, that we embrace it. But they should read a little bit further in that Declaration of Independence, that old Declaration of Independence. It says down a little bit further in that same paragraph that we will suffer, we won't change our governments or life and transient reasons. We will suffer abuses while they remain sufferable. And for 70 years we have been. But then the next line, Mr. Obama, you need to read this one. Just like you need to read the Arizona statute on immigration. The next line says that at some point, those abuses become insufferable. And at that point, it is not only the right, but it is the duty of the people to stand up and all that are wrong for them. We don't have to abolish our government. Our founders gave us a constitution that protects us in these inalienable rights, that limits the power of government. All we have to do is get it back on track and do the kind of things we inherited from our forefathers. That's a much easier task than they had. We're not dedicating ourselves, our lives, our fortunes, and our sacred honor. We can do sacred honor and fortunes. We don't have to put our lives on the line. Let me tell you one other issue that really got me angry, and I'll close with this. The federal courts have taken over our sacred system. It's costing us billions a year, but more than that, it's costing us early release of felons who are going out and committing crimes in our neighborhoods and our schools. The federal court order is based on the proposition that we have more than one inmate per cell in our state prisons, and therefore it's overcrowded. Think about that. I don't know about you, I grew up with bunk beds in my neighborhood. And I also thought my brother's inmate, and anything what my parents were doing was unconstitutional. In fact, I'll go out on a limb for some of you may have heard me say this before. I don't think it violates the Constitution as long as there are more room in our state prisons than our men and women in arms have in their barracks. got less than 2 weeks to go. I want to ask you all to do this. When you get home, visit eastman4ag.com. For every bit of money you send out, it results in direct phone banks and phone calls that we can put out there. Sign up today out to take phone calls yourself or distribute literature. We've got less than 14 days. We can win this election in June and shatter the world in November when we do this. Thank you very much.
Now, it is an extreme honor for me next because in 2003 I started working with a group called Yellow Ribbon America. It's a nonprofit that supports the family